welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilka empath, and I just like to do these little talks on how I feel about things. And last evening was rough. Sometimes it don't even help to freaking know the astrology, and it's like I've been this little, okay, I know this is what the energy is, I know this is what the energies are, this is how it could go this way, it could go that way, and finally I was just like, man, I can't, it sucks. I just got succumbed by my emotions, and I freaking called a buddy and called for a safety meeting, and we did a video chat, and I just got to have a little tower moment, I just start crying. I'm just like, I don't understand. I just keep trying to move in the right direction, and I keep cutting things out of my life to make room for more, and stop doing stuff that isn't good for me, I can't draw it. And then, once I got that out with him, because this is the time to be vulnerable. This is the time to be vulnerable, and a lot of times, I listen to people and I give my insights and my thoughts, and I don't allow myself to be vulnerable, like, hey, this stuff freaking sucks for me too, man. This sucks for me too. It's always, energy coming or going. It's always a flux of energy, highs, lows, it's just, and I know it's people are sorting themselves out. I know it is. I don't watch the news I don't have cable TV. What I see is in the media, and the media has its own agenda, and I just know that people just want to go, it was said by a talk that I heard this morning. I think it was Magi. I don't know, my name's Marge. I'm a Hilka. Third eye activated. It's not that complicated. I don't know what her name is, but she was talking about how people are fleeing for security and how their astrology is playing that out, and it was true because, she pointed out, it was her that pointed out freaking Muskrat trying to go to Mars and take all of his buddies with them to colonize up there, and that's all. Anything on this planet is a freaking club. It's a community, it's a club, it's a pocket of inclusion. You just gotta find yours, because people can't go through life alone. They can't. They die in the streets living life alone, and even with people around them, they segregate themselves and put themselves in this lonely position, and then they isolate themselves, surrounded by people that are trying to love them, and because they can't muster up enough love for themselves, all the love that is offered to them is waste. It's in vain. It's just given and falls short because people don't love themselves. So this is what happens. The world we live in is what happens when people don't care enough about themselves to learn about themselves, learn about their pains, their hurts, their vulnerabilities, what scares them, and share them with other people. I've had it happen too. I've given people my, the things that I have told people things that would freaking break my heart, and then they've done them. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But that's on them. But you know what? My heart broke, but it healed. We all get through every bad day that we have, kind of. We get through it. If we wake up, then we get through it. It's no kind of. And that's the thing, is that these energies, they don't last. So these, the planets are always changing and always moving and swirling and dancing, and it's giving you stuff to look at and think about and feel about and experience, and it gives you drive and motivation, and this is what being a human is about. It's just it's a field trip for your spirit. People are taking everything so seriously. Lord knows I have. What did I do today to make things a little bit different, to make things different yesterday? I already freaking got up. It's about 10 o'clock, made Mom breakfast, got her squared away, and then I just started cleaning floors. Started doing something different. Just to get out of my head, and I think I'm going to go do laundry maybe. I know it's supposed to be hot today, so put the second fan in the living room, give that to Mom, and then I can go do laundry for a couple hours. Well, hot for us, 91 degrees. It's getting more humid because the whole world, because things are changing all over the place. It was really kind of interesting. I was thinking about, I was like trying to connect with some of these earlier long. I've tried to connect with some of these channels that are bigger, and I try, and they'll just, yeah, whatever, smile and nod kind of thing. I'll make that, they'll love my comment or whatever, I give them after, hey, I quarterly invited me too. Come on over, check me out. But they're so important, So now a bunch of them are all meeting because and I believe in inclusion, and so when some sort of teacher guide of the spiritual type, it tells me where they, how much do they charge? Because all this information is free. It's all free. I just collect it because I got time to do it, and I give it to people. And if it aligns with them, it aligns with them. And if it don't, there's plenty of other channels, y'all. So I was watching, and I was like, in this freaking funk yesterday, because I was watching these tubes that are bigger, and and I was just like, I was listening to this one girl, Soul Sun something or other, and she is having a heck of a time with her passport. She freaking, like, paid somebody $600 to expedite it, and you try to pay people, you're taking cuts. That's taking cuts. That's not taking the next right action. Hell, if I knew I was going, when I knew I was going to Mexico, I think I just went down the post office. I looked up post office, what do you call it, passport. Got my picture taken, waited in line a while, and then I got a picture taken. It came. No, just plenty of time, I didn't feel the need to expedite. I wish I had freaking $600 to expedite some bullshit like that, right? This young girl does, and she's brought all these people over to her, the peace dealer, and they're all on this paid content. Come on over to this paid exclusive venue for us to tell you what so many other people will tell you for free. So we can go to Peru for a month, right? So I guess what happened, old boy David Palmer was down there, just gets off the plane, he's in freaking Peru, about to have be a king, and some freaking old boy's on a motorcycle goes by and bloop, takes his cell phone right out of his hand. But that's okay, because Divine Timing put old girl in L.A. to get her, she had to fly to L.A. to get her freaking passport from Las Vegas before she went to Peru, and so, but she can be there to pick up his replacement phone, so it all divine and worked out, and whoop, whoop, whoop. Hey, I'm just trying to find my tribe, man, and freaking the more I see this stuff, I'm just like, I don't know, man, are they out there? Are they? Are there people like me out there? People that don't freaking value money over human spirit? People that won't put their mom in a home so they can freaking cash in? People that care more about, people? Are there more people like me? No. It's all about third quarter and earnings and stock options and stakeholders and people are just a business, cows and people farming. That's all we are, is just keep them quiet and happy enough so that they won't revolt and come into our offices and pull us out. That they'll still buy into our bullcrap that elections are freaking valid for anything. This is the world we live in, because people are making the choices that they make. My world has gotten small. It's very small. So what I do to keep expanding on that and how I want it to be is every day I try to meditate an hour a day. Get my sun time, get my tree time, get my cat time, get my grounding time. And I go out and I try to be the ray of light. Whenever I meet any darkness, just blast it with my... no, whatever, dude. That's cool. Because people have always treated me a kind of way. I don't know if it's because kind of, it's my spirit. It doesn't matter. Because I ask them and they're not forward and direct anyway. We're all the honest people. We're all the brave people. All these readers and stuff talk about how freaking, I do this and it's so hard for me. But they all have a support system. We're the other people that get through and make it, that don't have any kind of support system. Are people able to be successful without a support system at all? Because evidently people just like to watch me to see if I'll succeed. And then wait to see if I succeed. And then you're going to come back and tell me how much you believed in me the whole time? And that maybe I should help you out? Because you always believed in me? I'd probably fall for it too. I probably would. I was telling my buddy, I'm like, Joe, you know, I reach out to people all the time. I get, what do they call it? That stupid term. I just call it what I call. I get ignored a lot. People ignore me. You know, and I don't like chatting. I'm talking about people that friends that I've known for years and years and years. They don't want to know me anymore, so I'm not gonna freaking press the issue. You know, people want to leave your life. Let them go. Why would you hang on to people that don't want you around anyway? I did that for years, and you know what it did? Made me fat. Made me drunk, made me tolerate people's treatment of me that is just, I would make fun of other people for putting up with behavior that I put up with. But Heyoka, we got no shame. We got no shame, Heyoka, right? I live to give people a different perspective, and the world is the way it is because people are continue to think the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I try and give people different things to think about, and if they don't want to think about things differently, then that's them. And you know, it's more that mentality of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And well, this is the way we've always done it. As people are jumping off the cliff, you know, one right after the other. So find your own source of just ease. I walk around like this all the time. Just trying to stay in the present moment, because when I start thinking about too much of the past or too much of the future, I ain't honoring the present moment. So that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.